What's poppin' internet? This is Snuph from Dirty Earthlings with another edition of the Rapper Report Card. On this week's episode, we're looking at the barbarian himself, Sean Price. P! From Helter Skelter to the boot camp joints to his solo stuff, Ruck is definitely a titan in the rap game. How will he grade out? Let's find out. Before we jump into the grades though, let's take a quick look at the criteria. Each rapper is graded in 6 different categories: vocabulary, delivery, wordplay, beats, creativity and originality, and impact on the culture. Each category will receive a letter grade of A through F, and, just like in school, each letter has a point value attached. A's are 4 points, B's are 3, C's are 2, D's are 1, and F's get 0 points. Plus or minus grades will either add or subtract 0.5 points. So like the highest someone can get is an A+, which would be 4.5 points. Got it? At the end, we'll add up the points, divide by the 6 categories, and what we're left with is the emcees rapper GPA. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you can be notified when new report cards drop. Sean Price, born on March 17, 1972 in Brooklyn, New York, was a prominent figure in the world of underground hip-hop. He initially gained recognition as Ruck, one half of the rap duo Helter Skelter alongside Rock. The duo released their debut album Nocturnal in 1996, which was critically acclaimed and helped solidify their place in the East Coast rap scene. Sean P continued to make a name for himself as a solo artist, releasing dope and successful albums including Monkey Bars and Mike Tyson. His distinctive voice, gritty lyrics, and unapologetic approach to rap endeared him to fans of hardcore and underground hip-hop. Sadly, Sean Price passed away on August 8, 2015, but his legacy in the hip-hop community lives on through his music, and he's an influence on both established and up-and-coming artists. Ruck was known for his extensive and clever vocabulary. He had a knack for using intricate rhyme schemes and some multisyllabic rhymes that showed off his lyrical ability. His vocabulary was rich with metaphors, similes, and cultural references, demonstrating his talent for painting vivid pictures with his words. His command over language added depth and complexity to his lyrics, making him stand out as a true lyricist in the rap game. On the positive side, Price's vocabulary was characterized by its dense wordplay and interesting ideas. In songs like Figure 4, he showcased his ability to string together complicated rhymes and punchlines. His storytelling in tracks like The Brokest Rapper You Know demonstrates a strong command of the English language, allowing listeners to literally picture the street narrative he's painted with his words. Some critics might argue that Sean's extensive use of street slang and profanity could be seen as a limitation. While this is a deliberate, stylistic choice to maintain authenticity in his lyrics, it might have alienated some listeners who prefer a more diverse range of tastes and thematic content in their hip-hop. Songs like Heartburn exemplify this use of street language and subject matter, which, while true to his persona, may not have resonated with all audiences. Despite this, he earns an A for his varied use of interesting words and concepts beyond what many of his peers are capable of. Ruck has a distinctive and commanding delivery that demands listeners' attention. His deep and raspy voice cuts through the beats with precision, delivering his lyrics with raw intensity few rappers possess. His delivery was characterized by its aggressive nature, which gripped rap fans who appreciated the authenticity and energy he brought to his performances. In tracks like Onion Head, his commanding voice added a sense of authority to his lyrics, making his presence felt in every word. His delivery has a certain gravitas or confidence that appeals to fans of underground hip-hop. Some listeners might argue that his delivery could be seen as limited in its versatility. He rarely ventured into melodic or more subdued flows, and this could potentially make his music feel one-dimensional to some. For example, in songs like Peabody, he maintained a consistent tone throughout, which, while effective for his hardcore style, might not appeal for those looking for a broader range of vocal dynamics in their rap. Ultimately, his delivery is technically precise every time. He rides the beat and stays in the pocket like an ultimate professional. When talking about delivering rhymes, the voice and the ability to ride the beat are the two main factors, and he's head and shoulders above most in this area, so A+ for delivery. Those critics need to shut up. Sean Price's wordplay was one of his defining strengths. He had a knack for crafting intricate and clever punchlines that left listeners in awe. His ability to seamlessly weave thought-provoking lines into his verses added a layer of flavor to his lyrics, making his songs enjoyable for both casual listeners and those who appreciate the subtleties of technical and complex lyricism, plus a heavy dose of humor. While his rhymes were undeniably impressive, it might have been too dense though for some listeners, making it an acquired taste in the realm of popular rap. Lucky for us, popularity is not our concern here in this section. It's just about bars, and he gets an A. While Sean Price's lyrical skills are undoubtedly impressive, his beat selection often leaned more toward the darker and traditional boom bap sound. For me, this is perfectly fine, but this could have been seen as a limitation for some listeners who prefer a more diverse or maybe experimental production. One of the strengths of Sean Price's beat selection, though, was its consistency with his rough and tumble persona. Many of his projects feature heavy instrumentals that complicate his aggressive delivery and lyrical content. These choices created a cohesive sound and general style that contributed to his representation of Brooklyn hip-hop. Some might argue that Sean Price's beat selection could at times lack diversity. While his preference for dark and grimy beats was a part of his signature style, it occasionally resulted in a sameness in the overall sound of his projects. Songs like Slapboxing, for instance, might have been too similar to some others in his discography, potentially leading to a feeling of monotony. His beat selection may have limited his appeal to a broader audience who prefer a wider range of sonic landscapes. Sean P rarely ventured into more melodic or, like I mentioned, experimental beats, which could have expanded his reach beyond the hardcore hip-hop subgroup. And as dope as Sean P is, he just doesn't have a lot of super iconic beats on his resume. Sean Price's creativity shined in his ability to tackle a wide range of topics, from street narratives and social commentary to humorous and absurd concepts. He demonstrated versatility in his storytelling, showing that he could craft thought-provoking tracks as well as light-hearted ones. His willingness to take risks and explore different themes with his rhymes showcased his creative depth as a rapper. One of his notable strengths in the realm of creativity was his ability to craft funny and unexpected lines. His knack of turning everyday phrases and concepts into dope metaphors and similes was a testament to his creative abilities. Tracks like Le Fleur, Le Fla demonstrated his willingness to tackle quirky and imaginative topics while maintaining his hard and rough style. The willingness to step outside the norm added an element of surprise and unpredictability to his music, which many fans such as myself found refreshing. Some listeners might argue that his creativity could be hit or miss, with some tracks feeling more abstract or esoteric than others. For instance, in songs like Good Night, his abstract and somewhat surreal lyricism might not land with everyone, as it required a more open-minded approach to fully appreciate. Ultimately, his creativity as a rapper was a defining aspect of his artistry. His ability to craft clever ideas and explore different angles set him apart in hip-hop. While some might find his creativity to be an acquired taste, it definitely added depth and uniqueness to his overall body of work. In the realm of underground hip-hop, Sean Price left a lasting impact. He was respected by fellow artists and fans alike for his dedication to his craft and his unwavering commitment to the authenticity of the genre. Often called your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, he may not have achieved a lot of mainstream success, but his influence on hip-hop and the reverence he garnered in the community simply cannot be overstated. He embodied the spirit of independent and lyrical rap, inspiring a new generation of artists to stay true to their roots. P was dedicated to preserving the essence of lyricism, which resonated with fans who value lyrical depth in their hip-hop. His ability to craft vivid images set a standard for storytelling within the underground rap community. He stayed true to his Brooklyn roots, and maintained a consistent and raw style throughout his career, and his brash and confident delivery representing his life and experiences really connected with those who sought genuine and unfiltered hip-hop music. While his impact is significant within certain hip-hop circles, he may not have reached the same level of mainstream recognition as some other artists. For this, he can't get an A+ by definition, but his overall impact has been felt even long after his death. A- feels right for the imprint he made on rap. Overall, Sean P earns 22 total points. Divide that by the 6 categories, and we're left with a 3.6. That's not bad. That's a very impressive B+ for a rapper GPA. It's not quite as high as MF Doom, but it's actually higher than Jay-Z, which is interesting. Well, as always, let me know where I got it wrong down in the comments, y'all. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you can be notified when new report cards drop. Until next time, y'all, for Dirty Earthlings, this is Snuph signing out. Peace. Peace.